Back from the dead.
Okay guys, so this is just a little bit of gameplay just to kind of let you see how crazy this build is. It's pretty standard right now, I think, between people who play Knossos. It's really comfortable, does a ton of damage. You know, it has a lot of bleed to it, and to be honest, I really like how much CC this build has. And I mean, it could vary. Like you might want to get Dominator or immune to weakness, depending on, you know, if the other team has an Ashlyn or a Zenobia. That might be actually the best things you want to get, like, as soon as you can, so that your damage doesn't get reduced. But personally, like, I just like Fierce. I like long running and more damage, just be able to get in and out of fights. So it's generally what I use like every game. Pretty much the same build order. But yeah, like I said, with the weakness, like getting immune to weakness could be exactly what you need in order to kind of stay in the fight. So just keep that in mind when you're building Knossos. Alright, so right away I go with Pierce. Sprint LMB, inflicts bleeding. It's really important to remember though, you have to be running an LMB in order to do it correctly and apply the bleed. It's not a very long bleed, so as soon as you see that debuff kind of wear off, then you want to reapply it. Like, take a step back and then kind of like run at the person and reapply it. So you want to be careful because jump attacks use a ton of stamina. I really like them, but yeah, that trip stole my kill. Great. I get Goring Up as the next ability, which is a launch on my Q. I find that to be extremely good. Here you see me run out of stamina like an idiot. Don't do that. Engaging with stamina, with little stamina is really a bad idea and get you in trouble. I know I said not to do it, but I still did it here. So I get Bull Rush here, and that is a damage boost on my E. Interrupt the Bloomer. But the thing was there, I should have saved that interrupt for when the Bloomer tried to grab the orb. So don't be hasty with your interrupts and kind of time them well, because if I had stopped it, like, we killed it before that, but alright, watch, this guy can't hit me at all. I'm like facing the right way. I think he just gave up. I get long running here, which gives me stamina when I use my E. So I like to use my stamina kind of to run away. Like, I like to use this long running ability to run away from fights rather than engage. It's really good because my play style is basically like use a bunch of stamina for engages and then have kind of like this nice, easy, free stamina skill that I like to save for escapes. So my team stays a bit too far up. They fought in front of Gren, which is never a good idea. Alright, so this guy, he has the damage boost on his LMB. I make the mistake of chasing him. He's like way faster than me. I don't have my level 5, so I can't actually catch up to him. So that was a really dumb thing on my part, and I'm pretty sure I die. Yeah, I die because of it, because I'm stupid and run right into the Taito, so it's pretty lucky actually. Just happened to be there. Just get to watch my team run around, not kill him. Oh, get him, Trip, no! Please, Trip, no! Woo. Trip manages to stay alive just long enough for me to get out. You go, Clumpy Amoeba, you go. So as Knossos, your job is kind of to peel for your squishies and be a bully. You want to be a bully. If your assassins can't kill the Amani, you have to make a little bit of an appearance. So it was really risky of me to follow her. And you see there I got Trample. So that's my favorite flash talent for Knossos because it allows your Gore, your Q, to have longer range. This is amazingly good because you can actually catch up to people. Think of it kind of like Tidal Swoop without like the loop-de-loop. You can actually use it to close gaps in between you and enemies. The thing is that you gotta aim it. If you do a shitty job with aiming, then kind of useless. So there I got adding insult to injury. Well, it's assault to injury. But basically that means that it's going to have just more bleed stacks. So that's really good. And I mean, I get that level 5 just because I like E upgrades a lot. It just fits how I play. But you see how much bleed I applied to that Amani? Just annihilate it. The only thing about this build is debuff immunity kind of really counters it because you're relying on a lot of your bleed stacks to do damage. Like, you still do a lot of damage, but if debuff immunity cleanses all your bleed, it kind of does reduce your damage. However, Knossos can really apply bleed very often, so it's not the biggest deal, but kind of annoying more than anything. So I always get Taurus level 6, unless I think, you know, unless I want to get my immunity to weakness or my dominator here. I just like the Taurus because it helps me be able to catch up to people. I don't know what I'm doing right here. Like, what was I doing? Sometimes you just gotta ask yourself, what the fuck am I doing? Why did I do that? My team wasn't even there. I knew I was being chased, but I stopped to summon. Now I gotta watch this guy summon. Alright, let's just stop dying. It's hard for me. If you know me, it's hard to stop dying for me. Alright, here we want to try and make it so these melees cannot catch up to our range. Here I missed my focus, like an idiot. Here I'm able to cripple this Taito and stop him from getting the kill on my Charnock. So I did my job right there. General rule of thumb with Knossos' focus, you want to make sure the enemy is immobilized. That's why you like to get the Q, the AoE Q, which I'm about to get. Nope, Trip's dead. Easy to tell where she's going. I mean, maybe you're not as great as me at seeing stealth and knowing where the enemy's gonna go, but you can kind of figure it out. You can be like, okay, they're trying to get away. So which way is the easiest way they can get out? So there I got the AoE on my Q, which means you can actually launch multiple enemies at once. Basically what you'd want to do, you want to sprint up to people, apply that bleed, and if you're in a group of people, kind of sprint up, bleed, into Q, into focus. And that is basically going to hit people because you're launching them. You're launching multiple people. So it gives you that like second to use your focus, and people usually cannot dodge out of it or get far away unless they have cleanses or Taitos, free as a bird. That's generally how you kind of want to do. You want to make sure your focus is set up with CC so people can't just get away. So on my R&B, I like to get Cripple. It's really, really good. You know, it stops people from jumping, and that generally helps you because if you can keep people on the ground, Knossos can just literally tear through them like tissue paper. He's really strong right now. I'm pretty sure he's gonna get nerfed. But you know what? I'm okay with using him right now. It's pretty fun. Here I'm just missing everything. I don't know what I'm doing. That Trip didn't even know I was there. So what you want to keep in mind as well is Knossos is really loud. It's pretty much so you can't just sneak up on people because he's really strong and just annihilates people. So they can hear you generally when you run. So as Knossos, you kind of want to hide. You want to hide a little bit. Hide behind things so people can't see you, and then sneak up on them. And practice your Qs. I missed a bunch here. Knossos' ult, it applies bleed, and it interrupts people. It's really strong. Bleed is armor ignoring as well. So if you're dealing with high armor targets like Margrave, another Knossos, a Vidasi, HK, then you just apply damage and it ignores their armor, the bleed. Keep that in mind. I don't know what this Amani was doing. She really wanted to be on our side of the map. But I missed a few of my sprint LMBs on her. There we go, I applied it there. This guy's just making all the bad decisions. Trying to help my teammate. My team's all kind of working together here, so it's really easy. Beckett, I don't know. I guess she just really wanted to try to get a kill there. Alright, and that Trip basically let their team wipe, so easy game. And yes, you can cripple and apply bleed to the wound if you didn't know that. And it's a shutout. Go figure. Alright guys, well I hope you enjoyed this commentary. If you did like it, let me know in the comments. And I had a lot of fun recording it. Thanks a lot for watching.